Hey everyone, this is Sean with RedStar Exhaust. Just wanted to hop on here and talk about catalytic converters. I get asked all the time, which cat should I choose, why. So just wanted to go over the different cats we offer. We offer cats from HJS, which is manufactured in Germany. They are 200 cell cats. They come in different sizes. The sizes we use are 121, 130, and 143 millimeter. They are Euro 6 spec. In Europe, they have Euro emissions, Euro 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the highest. So they meet or exceed EPA standards. The HJS 200 cell cats that we use flow 93% of a straight pipe or so. So if you consider catless being 100%, you're looking at close to catless performance. Typically we see around a 3 to 5 horsepower loss over a catless. So you're really not losing anything and you're gaining, really everything when it comes to a high performance cat. No smell, and then no check engine light or no tuning required on some different options that we do offer. The other manufacturer cat that we use is Gesi by G Sport. That's manufactured in Canada. They have two different flow rate sizes. They have 300 cell and 400 cell. The only one that we use now is a 400 cell Gen 2, which is for newer cars that can provide the emissions that they need. They come in different sizes as well. The sizes we use are 4.5 inch, 5 inch, and 6 inch. They flow around 80 to 85% of a straight pipe. So you get around that 5 horsepower loss or so, maybe a little bit more. But again, no smell, no check engine light on some options that we'll go over here shortly. And lastly, we do have a third option is a 100 cell cat. The 100 cell race cats are really used for no smell only. We don't do a lot of those, but that's something that we can do if you ask for it. We don't regularly stock them, but we do have a couple, that we can do for you if you want something custom. When choosing a high flow cat, it really comes down to what you're going to be using the car for. We're not into upselling at RedStar Exhaust. If you just want no smell, we can recommend a cat. If you want no check engine light, no tuning required, you need to pass emissions in your state, we can recommend a cat size that you would need to meet that spec. If you're gonna upgrade turbos on the car, you may need a higher flow or higher rating cat, which is a larger size. The manufacturers, they give you different horsepower ratings. The Gesi 4.5 inch and 5 inch, they say will handle up to 1,000 horsepower. The HJS cats hold up to 1,200. Now when it comes to talking about horsepower ratings, it's really not XX horsepower meets that cat. It's really all depends upon heat that the car produces and tuning. You could have a car that makes 600 horsepower, is tuned poorly, has high EGT exhaust gas temperatures, and next thing you know, you're melting cat. So when it really comes down to choosing a cat, the largest size typically is your best choice. What we did here at RedStar Exhaust is we made a check engine light catalyst cell free guide. So basically this is a guide that clients can use to help them make the decision for their cat if they want to go high flow catted. We have on here that it's not a guarantee, it's a guide to make you make the best decision possible. We have found that with newer 2023 plus cars, specifically the Audi and Porsche 4 liters, they did change some of the O2 sensor tolerance calibrations to make them tighter. So we are seeing some of the smaller cat sizes throw check engine lights. So when you're wanting to be check engine light free without tuning, using the largest size cat is advisable. This list is going to be updated regularly, and I'm just going to go down the list here. We have the Acura, the new NSX, HJS 130, and Gesi 5 inch cat. Both of those, have good response with no check engine lights. For the Alfa Romeo QVs, we got the Giulia and the Stelvio. The HJS 130 and Gesi Gen 2 5 inch for both of those do a great job. The Aston Martin 4 liters, the Vantage and the DB11, same thing, HJS 130, Gesi 5 inch. Getting into Audi, we have the C7 D4 4 liters. We have the HJS 121 and the Gesi 4.5 inch. Those can use a little bit smaller of a cat. The B9, S4, S5, SQ5s, the Gesi 6 inches is the way to go there. The 143 millimeter from HJS is hit or miss, but we have seen those set ready on the ECU, but we don't have that listed. B9 RS4 or RS5, Gesi 5-inch. The Q7 Q8 with the E839 3-liter single turbo, Gesi 6-inch. Same thing with that as the B9 S4s. We have seen the HJS 143 set ready sometimes, but it is really hit or miss. C8 Audi A6 A7, Gesi 6-inch. C8 S6 S7 from Audi, the HJS 143 millimeter and the Gesi 5-inch. The C8, D5, RS6, RS7, and S8, HJS 130, 143, Gesi 5-inch, and Gesi 6-inch. Now, when it comes to those, like I said before, the 2023 pluses, we do see some of those throwing check engine lights with the 130 or the 5-inch. So if you have a newer, one of those newer cars, it's better to go with the larger option. RSQ8, SQ8, SQ7, same thing, HJS 143, 130, and the Gesi 5-inch, 6-inch, same thing as the C8 and D5, RS6, RS7, and S8. Using the largest size possible is advisable. We get down here to Bentley. Bentley 4-liter, HJS 143, 130, Gesi 5-inch, 6-inch. Continental GT and Flying Spur, Gesi 5-inch. BMW G80 M3, M4, and the X3M, X4M. HJS 121s and the Gesi 4.5-inch. F90 M5, HJS 130, Gesi 5-inch. F10 M5, the 12, 13, and F6. We have the HJS 121 and 4.5-inch. E70, E71, F85, 86, 95, and 96, X5M and X6Ms, HJS 130 and Gesi 5-inch. M8, same thing. The new, let's see here, M50i S63, same thing. M60i S68. Now this is the new LCI X5Ms, X6Ms, and S60i. Those are HJS 130 and Gesi 5-inch as well. And lastly, the B58, which is the same motor as in the Supra, HJS 130 and the Gesi 5-inch. Going further, and bear with me, we're down here at Ferrari. The F8, Gesi 5-inch and HJS 130. Same thing for the F12 and 812, 488, and SF90. Now, when it comes to the SF90 and the F8, they do have OPF. So if you just replace the cat section, you're good to go. When removing the OPF in any car, you're gonna have a check engine light and you're gonna have to have tuning. Getting down here further to the Lamborghini, SVJ and all those cars, the Gesi 4.5-inch and HJS 121 millimeter. The Urus 143, 130, Gesi 5-inch and Gesi 6-inch. Maserati MC20, HJS 130 millimeter and Gesi 5-inch. Same thing with the OPF cars. If you're replacing the downpipe section only, you're good to go. If you're going to be replacing the OPF section, you will have to have tuning. McLaren. Let's see here. All cat sizes the same, HJS 130 millimeters and Gesi 5-inch. 720S, 765 LT, and then all the 3.8 liter cars, 570, 540, MP412C, etc., and then the McLaren GT. For Mercedes, we don't have the models listed, we just have engines just because there's so many of them. The M256, which is found in your GT43 and 53s, and so on. HJS 143 millimeter and Gesi 6-inch. That's a single turbo V6, so you need a pretty big cat there. The M276, 121 millimeter and Gesi 4.5-inch. The M278, HJS 121 millimeter and Gesi 4.5-inch. M133, found in your CLA 45, A45, and GLA 45. 121 millimeter and Gesi 4.5-inch, and then the newer CLA 45, which is the M139. We use a larger cat there, a little bit more power. HJS 130 millimeter, HJS 143 millimeter, and Gesi 5-inch. M157, which is the popular 5.5 liter, HJS 130 millimeter and Gesi 5-inch. them 176, 177, and 178, HJS 130mm or Gesi Gen 2 5-inch. Getting down here to Porsche, 997 and 991, we could use the HJS 130mm or the Gesi 5-inch. GT2 RS, 143mm or 5-inch. 992, 143mm or 5-inch. 992 Carrera, same thing. The Cayenne E839 single turbo, Gesi 6-inch. Cayenne S 2.9 liter, this is the newer ones. Gesi 5-inch. Cayenne Turbo GT, GTS, and S, which the new Cayenne S is a 4-liter. Those are 143, 130, Gesi 5-inch and 6-inch. The new Macon Turbo and GTS, which is a 2.9 liter as well, 143mm and Gesi 5-inch. And lastly, the Panamera 971 Turbo is Gesi 5-inch. Whew, that was a lot. Thanks for bearing with me there. I just wanted to go over this whole list. I think it's really cool that we made, a lot of manufacturers don't do this because either they're using China cats or they have no idea what size they're putting in there. We do see a lot of manufacturers use a smaller cat, and that's just to save costs on their end, and they still charge, the larger cat size, or they just list no size at all and you have no idea what you're getting, which is typically what we see. Manufacturers really aren't, transparent. We're the only manufacturer that's 100% transparent with what you're getting, what you're buying. You can go from our website, see what we charge for cats. You can go to the manufacturer's website, see what they charge. You're paying roughly the same. We don't buy our cats with the cones already on them. We actually weld the cones and everything on. So the prices could be a little bit different because we just have to manufacture a little bit more than, a company that were to buy the catalytic converter with the cones already welded on. Our cones are stronger, they're just gonna work better. So thanks for sticking around. If you watch this whole thing, like, subscribe. I'm gonna try to shoot out one of these at least once a month, coming up with some different ideas. We're getting ready to release a ton of new products in the next couple of weeks. We're working on the Ferrari 296 right now. I should have the GLE 580 and GLS 580 coming out soon, as well as the new SL 63 4-liter. We're really excited about, the upcoming months and getting into the spring racing season. Thank you.